Welcome back to Grammar Grade 7. This is Unit 12, Lesson 73, and our unit is all about punctuation. Today we're looking at italics and its handwritten twin, underlining. Here's the one idea we'll build everything on. The title of a whole long work gets italics, while a short piece inside it gets quotation marks. It's a clean, useful rule, and by the end, you'll apply it without a second thought. Let's get started. So, why do some titles get a special look, while others get quotation marks? Here's the big idea. A title can point to a whole work, or to just a piece of one. When you name a whole, long work, you make the title stand out with italics, or with underlining when you write by hand. When you name a short piece inside it, you use quotation marks instead. So long means italics and short means quotes. That single split is what today is all about. First, a quick practical question. How do you actually show italics? When you type on a computer, you slant the letters, and that slant is what we call italics. But when you write by hand, you can't really slant your letters neatly. So instead, you draw a straight line underneath the title. That's underlining. The two do the exact same job. Italics on screen equals underlining on paper. So from here on, when I say italics, picture that clean underline too. So which titles get italics? Think big and whole. Books and plays, like the novel The Silver Compass. Films and TV series, like the movie Midnight Harbor. Newspapers and magazines, like the Riverside Herald. And whole music albums, like Winter Signals. Notice the pattern. Every one of these is a complete, long work you could hold in your hands or watch from start to finish. One whole work gets one italic title. Italics aren't only for books and movies, though. They also mark a few special names. The names of individual ships, trains, and aircraft get italics, so we italicize the name Sea Falcon. Foreign words and phrases that haven't fully joined English get italics too, like bon voyage. These aren't titles exactly, but they earn the same whole work look, so treat them the same way. Now, here is the contrast that ties it all together, and it's the heart of the lesson. Picture a whole music album called Winter Signals. The whole record is a long, complete work, so its title gets italics, or an underline by hand. But now take a single song on that album, say First Light. One song is just a small part of the album, one track out of many. So its title goes in quotation marks. Same music, two different titles, two different formats. Whole means italics, apart means quotes. Let's run that same test on something you read. Think of a whole newspaper, the Riverside Herald. The entire paper is a large, complete work, so its name is italicized. But one article printed inside it, say, City Grows Greener, is only a small piece of that paper. So the headline of that single story goes in quotation marks. The newspaper is italic, the article is quoted. It's the very same whole versus part rule, just wearing different clothes. Let's put it to a quick judgment call. A whole album is a complete work, so a check mark. Its title gets italics. One song on that album is a part, so a check mark for putting it in quotation marks. And here's the mistake to avoid, marked with an X. A single song is never italicized, because it isn't a whole work. When you're unsure, don't guess from habit. Ask whether you're naming the whole thing or just a part, and match the format to that. Let's boil the whole lesson into one quick check. First, ask, is this a whole, long work all by itself? Second, if yes, give it italics, or an underline when you write by hand. Third, if it's just a piece inside a bigger work, give it quotation marks instead. Whole works get italics, the parts inside them get quotes. Keep that one sentence in your pocket and you'll almost always be right. Ready to practice a few together? Time to practice. In this first set, decide how each title should be written, in italics, which you'd underline by hand, or in quotation marks. Ask yourself the key question first: whole work or just a piece? Pause the video and try each one before I reveal the answer. Modern Explorer, a monthly magazine. A magazine is a whole, complete publication, not a piece of something larger. So its title should be in italics, or underlined by hand. So the answer is italics. Now, the song Paper Boats. A song is a single track, just one part of a whole album. Parts inside a larger work take quotation marks, not italics. So the answer is quotation marks. And the novel The Silver Compass. A novel is a whole book, a long and complete work all on its own. That earns italics, or an underline by hand. So the answer is italics. Nice work. In this second set, keep using the same question, whole work or just a part, but watch for the pieces that hide inside long works. Pause and decide each one before I answer. A chapter titled The Long Road. A chapter is just one section inside a whole book, a part, not the entire work. Parts get quotation marks, so the answer is quotation marks. The TV series Beyond the Hills. A whole series is a large, complete work, the entire show from start to finish. So its title takes italics, or an underline, so the answer is italics. Finally, a news article about the flood. An article is a single story printed inside a much larger newspaper, so it's a part, not the whole. That means quotation marks, so the answer is quotation marks. Let's gather up what we learned. You use italics or underlining when you write by hand for the title of a whole long work. Books, plays, films, TV series, newspapers, magazines, and music albums. You also italicize the names of ships, trains, and aircraft, along with foreign words and phrases. But a short piece tucked inside a long work, a song, a chapter, a poem, or an article, takes quotation marks instead. Whole gets italics, the part gets quotes. Ask that one question every time, and you'll format titles like a pro. Great work today. I'll see you in the next lesson.